So settling yourselves into a comfortable position. And it doesn't really matter where it is right now. As long as it feels good. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And just exploring exactly where your breath is going to right now. And just notice how that makes you feel and the energy that it brings to you. So this is the essence of you right now as you lay on your mat. Noticing the length of your breath. Noticing the sensations in your body. And noticing anything else right now that's going on, any thoughts that are appearing in your mind. And also observe your mood. Don't allow yourself to go into a long train of thought then, of like why you feel the way that you do. Just observe how you feel. And then let it go. Because how you felt moments ago, it does not influence on how you feel right now. Allow yourself to be completely present into this moment in time. Because when we are present, that's when all the magic happens. So when you breathe in, just notice how your skin starts to move a little. When you breathe out, notice how all the tension just leaves your body. And if you can't quite feel that, just visualize it happening. So it starts to roll out of you. Almost like something dissolves. Or even imagine like it's the wind and it's blowing away all of the negative things, all of the things, or even if they're positive things, but you just don't need them anymore and you don't want them, you don't need to think about them. It just frees your mind and gives you space. So those are the things that we're going to focus on tonight: presence and space. So take a nice deep breath in, right down into the belly. Feel the belly rise. As you exhale, start to move your body. So you're just going to stretch your arms overhead from wherever you are. So you might be sat down or you might be laying down, doesn't matter. And then take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Take a big breath in, lengthen the right side of the body in, and take a gentle side bend. So if you're laying down, just slide back round to the top left-hand corner of the mat. And come back to the center, take another breath in. Swap the hands over so you take the left wrist with the right hand. Exhaling, find the side bend. Gently rise, bring the arms back level with the ears, and then as you next exhale, bring your arms back down to your sides. If you're laying down, draw your knees into your chest, rock yourself forwards and back, and then sit yourselves up. I'm going to sit in a gentle twist. So right leg is going to bend, left leg lengthens forwards, cross the right leg over the left leg. Unless that feels too uncomfortable, you can sit with the foot in front of the thigh. Then gently hug the knee into the chest and rotate your chest around towards the right side. And then return back to the front. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling and then side bend over to the left, grounding down through the right butt cheek. Swap the arms over. So we're going to circle the arms around. You can have your hand to the side or hand to shin. Lift the left side of the ribs up and over. And then take the hand down by your side to rotate your chest towards the left side for an open twist. From here, take your right hand on the diagonal, reach it up and over to the left back diagonal. There we go. Try not to sink into the back shoulder, stay lifted through the spine. Bring the arm back round, turn the chest back towards your right thigh. Take the left arm up and over to side bend on the diagonal again. Keep the back arm straight. Bring the arm gently forwards. Take hold of place the sole of the right foot. You can tell I'm struggling already, can't you? Left and right. Slide your right butt cheek back a little, draw the belly in, reach your arms forward. And hands can come down on the ground. Doesn't matter how close you get, you may be higher. Draw the belly in. And just think about the rib cage lifting away from the hips in whichever angle you find yourself in. Gently rise and swap the legs over. So this time the right leg is going to lengthen. The left foot is going to sit either on the inside of the leg or the outside of the right leg. Hug the knee into your chest. Take a breath in. Rotate the chest round. Keep the hips and the lower part of the spine still. Exhaling, just squeeze the shoulder blades together. Come back to the front. Take the left arm up overhead. Take a gentle side bend to the right side. Now here, tray and stay lifted through the rib cage. Relax the shoulder. Swap sides. Take a breath in. Reach up and over. Joe, I forgot to mention that your screen's still red. Inhale, come up. This time, open your twist. Turn the chest to the right. Then lifting the left arm up onto the diagonal over to the back right hand corner. Bringing the arm back to the ground, turning towards the left side. Take your right arm up and over into the side bend again. Diagonal. Gently release. Take the sole of the left foot towards the inner part of the right leg. Just slide your left butt cheek back a tiny little touch. Draw the belly in. Lengthen the torso. Reaching the arms. Helps you to engage your abdominals a little bit more here. Remember, there's no need to force yourself anywhere. Gently rise. You're going to spin your feet round and come onto all fours. Inhaling into upward cat, pulling the belly in, shoulders back. Exhaling into downward cat, pushing the ground away, arching the spine. Just do this a few times, doesn't matter how many. Finding connection with the ground through the hands, so the fingertips, the outer edge of the heel, the inner edge of the heel. And as you turn into downward cat, keep pressing down through the thumbs and wherever your finger is next to it. Have a little roll around through your cat if you wish. Circle the hips, roll, loosen. Also, and then tuck the toes. And then step your hands one step further forwards, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Draw the belly in, soften the knees so we can be long through the back of the body. Allow your butt cheeks to part. Don't overthink that one. Then pedal the feet up and down. One knee bends as that other leg straightens.
Cheryl, the video's gone.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Something popped up on top of my phone. All right, let's carry on. We're going to tuck the chin, roll through the spine, come into plank, bend the elbows, lower yourself down towards the floor, then inhale, cobra or upward dog, lengthening through the whole of the front body, exhale back into downward dog. Let's do that again, rolling through the spine, so tuck the chin, feel the length in the upper back, middle back, shift the shoulders forwards, elbows in, inhale, roll the shoulders back, push the hands firmly into the ground. Lift the belly to lift the hips, up and back into downward dog. Let's do that again. Tuck the chin, roll forwards, move in softly, gently. Keep your thighs squeezed, keep your belly squeezed as you lower. Opening, lifting through the sternum in your upward dog, back into downward dog. Soften the knees, step your right leg forwards, place the foot between the hands, help it there if you need. Back leg is long and straight. Take a twist towards the inside of the right leg, then circle the arm to the behind you, towards the short edge of the mat, and then all the way back around to your foot, step back into downward dog. Do that on the other side, soften the knees first, step the left leg forwards between the hands. Square the hips, push out of that leg. If you wish to, you can drop the knee. Take a twist, reaching up, opening the chest. Then take the hand all the way back, circling until it passes your thighs, all the way back down to the ground. Step back to downward dog. Right side, knees bend, step forwards. Twist, taking that big breath in. Circling the arm. Keeping the hips completely still as you go. Step back to downward dog. That way we mobilise the body fully. Left leg steps forwards. We mobilise the spine, even inhale, lift and open. Exhale, circle. Hand down. Step back. One more time each side, right leg first. Are you having problems again? Twist. Circle. Pushing down, supporting the arm fully with the hand touching the ground. Step back, down the dog.
I can't pin you. Is that the same with you, John?
Oh.
Like it won't let me pin either of you? If I double click it, just shows everyone again.
Can anyone hear me? Yeah or no?
Yeah, I didn't hear you. Just didn't know if that was the same thing that John was.
No, he just messaged to say that his knee was hurting, so that's why.
Okay, so
I
don't worry. Follow what you say rather than what I see.
Well, let's carry on, and hopefully, maybe just need to turn it up a little bit. So okay, let's do that one more time then. So step your right foot between your hands. Take a twist, big stretch up through your arm. Good. Now, as you circle the arm around, try and create as much space in your chest as you can. Hand down, step back, downward dog. Left leg steps forwards. Take the big twist, push the ground away with the bottom arm. Feel the shoulder blades draw back away from the neck. Circle the arm as big as you can. Hand to the floor, step back into downward dog. Walk the feet towards the hands and find forward fold. Knees bend a touch, so we never want to lock the knees out here. Tip your chest down, drop the crown of the head to the floor. And then slowly rolling up to stand. Taking a big stretch up. Then side bend again, over to the right side. Let the right arm fall, left arm reaches up and over, then change sides. Inhale, come up to the center. On the exhale, soften the knees, come down into forward fold. Rolling up to stand. Arms reach up overhead, take the side bend over to the right. And then over to the left. Inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhaling, come down into forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. This time lift your right knee up. Let's find the balance. Arms overhead, slide the tailbone down. Open the arms really wide so they come down to shoulder height. And then open the knee to the side, the tree. So you can rearrange your foot placement if you wish, or just let the little toe lightly tap to the edge of the leg. You're going to lift the leg away and up a touch. Turn your arms so you're hugging the right side of the room, and then return back. Knee up in front, arms up overhead, foot down and fold. So straight in there with balance tonight, rolling up to stand, take the arms overhead, side bend over to the right. Find lift through the left side of the rib cage, swap sides, over to the left. Inhaling, lift the arms high. Exhaling, roll down into forward fold. Hinging at the hip, drawing the belly in, rolling all the way up. So we find that fluidity in the movement in the spine. Take your left knee up. Doesn't matter how high you lift it, you can have it close to the floor, your toe tapping down. Draw down all the way through the right leg. So every part of the foot is connecting to the ground. Open the leg to the side in tree. So here, only go as far, as wide as your hips allow. If you notice you twist, that's going to send your balance out. Then gently lift the foot away from the leg. You're going to soften the standing knee. You're going to turn your back hip open to the side. Front knee stays facing forwards. Return back. Knee comes in front. Arms reach up. Land the foot. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump back to plank on the inhale. Then either on the toes or on the knees, exhale, lower yourself down. Inhaling, cobra or upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Dropping the knees to the floor. Inhale, draw one knee underneath the body. towards the chest, but without allowing the back to round. Then here, you're going to turn, so think tree, just like we did before. So the toe is going to be roughly somewhere along the calf. Then you're going to lift the leg away from the other leg, so abducting it away. Open the hip round. So here, hip, your whatever leg you're lifting, that hip lifts up. Your other hip stays exactly, the other side of the hip stays exactly where it is. Return round. Go wide, bring the leg back in. Swap sides. So this time, it doesn't matter where the leg is. Yeah, sorry, you're going to take the knee up in front first, so knee towards the chest. Then you're going to find your tree position, so take the knee out to the side, bring the toe into the side of your calf. Lift the leg out a touch more to the side, so the foot comes away. Then take your foot around the back of you, like you're creating a circle, until you feel your butt cheeks squeezing tighter and your hip opening. Return back. Nice and slow, take the knee wide, come back in underneath the chest and land the foot. Awesome. So here, let's make that a little bit harder. Step the hands a little bit further forwards. Take your shoulders over the hands, belly lifts. So you're in a kneeling plank. Take one knee under the body. So hip flexion. Open it into tree, so toe to the edge of the leg. Take the foot away from the leg, pull the knee out wider. Then take the leg around the back, squeeze the bum, pull the belly in. Imagine you're trying to tap someone with your toe. It's just behind you. Can you knock them over? Return the leg back around. Bring the knee underneath the body, place the foot, press the knee back down and the shin. Let's do the other side, so knee comes under. Find your tree. So here, pull the inner thigh open, lift the foot away from the floor. Circle it around, keep the knee lifted high. Feel the hip, top hip open, bottom hip stays still. So feel the inner thigh engaging with that stable leg. So it's pushing the hip outwards. Return back round, take the knee underneath the body, place the knee down. Take a breath in, come into plank. Elbows bend, lower yourself down, hover above the floor if you can before you push away into upward dog. Lift the hips up and back into downward dog. Awesome, come back forwards into plank, so same action. Squeeze your thighs up from your knees, push down from the sides of your ribcage into the ground. Draw one knee underneath the chest. So here, when you find tree, again, mimic how you do it standing up. Light tap to the leg, keep the hips square. Take the knee out to the side a little bit more, then circle it around. Might be a little bit harder to get it open in plank. Return the leg back round, knee underneath the torso, take the leg back. If you need to take a little rest, come back into child's pose for a moment. That's a lot going on for the hands, isn't it? And the arms and the shoulders. All right, back onto the other side. So find your plank again. Draw the knee underneath the body. Find your tree. So really focus on pushing the inner thigh up. So we're fighting gravity to open the hip. Pull the foot away from the leg. Knee comes wider. Circle the leg round. Keep squaring the hip towards the floor. Return the leg back around. Knee comes under the hip. Come into plank. Lower yourself down towards the floor. Inhale, lift and open into upward dog. Exhaling into downward dog. Spend a few breaths here just exploring the space through the back of the rib cage. Knees bend, step. I'm going to go right leg forwards, place the foot between your hands. Whatever one is furthest away from the screen is probably the best idea. And then you're going to pivot the back foot down onto the floor. Extended warrior two, circling the left arm up over here, so the arms level with the ears. You can keep the hand on the floor or bring the elbow to the knee. And then we're going to lift the hips back into triangle pose. So bring your arms to shoulder height and just stay here for a moment. Find that strength through the legs. So we're pushing down through the back edge of the heel and the ball of the foot on both legs. Tip the hip. Feel free to bend the front knee more if you need, if your hamstrings are feeling it. Squeeze the belly in, reach the arms wider apart so we have as much space as we can through the body. Take the left arm up. I'm going left arm up, the back arm up. Other hand towards the shin. Again, draw the arms as far apart as you can so we create that space. What can you feel here? Reach the arm up over ear. And then turn your chest towards the foot, so the front of your mat, reaching the left arm with you. Bring your hands to the ground, bend your front knee, square the back hip to the floor into lunge. Step back to plank and then lower. Inhale, upward dog, pull the chest through and up. Nice, exhale back into downward dog. We're going to do the other leg. So step the left leg between the hands, pivot the other foot down so the outer edge of the foot is pressing down into the floor. Check your knees in line with the center of the foot, and then find extended warrior two. Your hips are open to the right side of your mat. Remember, elbow can come to thigh if you want to be higher. Let's find triangle. Tina, I think we just did exactly the same thing then. All right, so you're going to come up, you're going to pull the hips back, you're going to take your arms to shoulder height and you're going to lean and just reach as far as you can, feeling that strength in your legs. Again, a solid position for your body. Tightness through the belly. Relaxed shoulders. Yeah. Now here's tiny bit of internal rotation in the thigh of the back leg. External out of that front leg. Make sure part of your inside edge of your foot doesn't lift off, or you're not too much on the inside edge. Even placing. And then take the arms round a quarter turn. Spread as wide as you can. Feel like you're lifting away from the ground as you stretch your arms. Circle the top arm over ear. Find that full length in the side. Maybe turn your eye gaze up underneath the armpit. Rotate the chest round to face the short edge of your mat. And then see here, if you can just round square the hip to the floor a little bit more, pull the belly in. Bend your front knee, bring the hands to the ground. Pivot the back foot round so your hips are square. Lunge, step back, down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, elbows bend, lower yourself down. Inhale, upward dog, chest open and lifted. Exhaling, down dog. Knees bend, step your feet or jump towards your hands and find forward fold. Rolling up to stand. Take the arms up overhead. Take a side bend to your right side. Relax the right shoulder. Gently swap sides. Inhale, reach even higher, and as you exhale, kind of feel weightless. Inhale, up. Lift your right knee up. Open to tree. Lift the foot away from the leg. Soften your standing leg. Bring your arms down to shoulder height as you turn your hip open to the front, back leg stays bent. Variation of flower. So here, yeah, make sure your hip faces the side. So we've got two actions going on with the hips. Return back to the front. Come through tree, bring the knee in front, take the arms up overhead, land the foot, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. Arms up overhead. Take a side bend over to the right. Then lift up, side bend over to the left. Inhale, arms rise, peel your left foot up off the floor. Then just as you inhale, lift up through the inner edge of the leg, through the belly. Find your tree. Secure your foot into the floor. Think about lifting the arch of the foot. Lift the foot away. Bend to your standing knee at touch. Open. So you're turning your chest as you're turning your hips, but your front knee does not move. So strong inner thighs, strong hips, but spacious. Doing a great job, everyone. Return back to the front. Come through tree. Take the knee in front of you. Land the foot forward, fold. Draw the belly right in and up. Stepping right leg back into extended warrior two. Now just take a moment and just breathe in as wide as you can into the sides of your ribs. And as you do, just notice how you can then almost revolve your chest a little bit more. Find your tree. Let's see how you get into tree from here. Find a triangle. Shift the hips back. Reach the arms. This time we're going to come straight down into the original pose. Find strength through that front leg. Pull the belly in. Take your hand away from your leg this time, even if that means just drawing your torso up a little bit more. It's all good. So that way you do get that strength. You're going to bend the knee. You're going to shift forwards. Floating half moon. Lift the back leg. So your hip is just as open as it was in triangle. Drop your left shoulder down. Right shoulder lifts, so almost as if you're stacking them over one another. If you need to use something for stability, that's all good. And you can bring a hand to the ground if you wish. Take a long step back into triangle. Nice. And that tip, this time, bend your front knee, bring your hands to the ground. Square hip to the floor, step back into downward dog. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, land yourself down, elbows hug into your sides. And then as you inhale, use your breath to find height and length in the torso. Exhaling into downward dog. Press the chest back, press your thighs back. Knees bend. Step, in fact, take your right leg between your hands. So this time we do the opposite side, pivot the back foot down. Find your extended warrior two, so whichever height works for you. Breathe wideness into your body. Hips are wide, ribs are wide. Triangle, draw the hips back, arms reach. Tip, hands rest gently on the leg. Take a big, empowering breath in here. And then take your hand off the leg. Bend the knees, shift your weight forwards. Take the time to steady your balance. Keep your knee in line with the foot so your whole leg feels stable. Lift the ankle so it feels stable. Your back leg reaches away from you. Awesome work. Take a long step back, land into your triangle. Open, wide and long. Bend the front knee, bring your hands to the ground. Lunge, step back to downward dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling, soften down. Inhaling. Drag your legs along the floor. Exhaling, downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale, exhale, forward fold. Rising up on the inhale, take the arms up overhead, lift your right knee with you. Open it to tree. Lift the foot away from the floor. Soften your standing leg. Now really engage with your bum. So here, anchor down through the heel, the back corner of the heel of the foot as you turn. That will give you more control. Also, return back to the front. Take the knee up in front of you. Now this time, you're going to step back into triangle. Arms to shoulder height, reach. Spiral the arm down. Take that big invigorating breath in, and then reach the arm over ear, and then you'll find as much bend as you can through your side. Nice. Circle the arm all the way down this time, so there's no rules for this. Just keep reaching so you feel where you need to lengthen, and then bring the arm back up to the top. Take the hand away from the leg, bend the front knee, shift the weight forwards, and then lift the back leg powerfully into floating half moon. Remember, toe can tap down if you wish. You can bend your knee more and bring your hands to the floor. Turn your hips and your chest towards the floor, warrior three. The arms just go wherever they need to go. Take your hands to the floor, take a long step back into lunge, then step back into plank and lower. Inhaling, upwards dog, exhaling into downward dog. Step or jump feet to hands on the inhale, on the exhale, forward fold. Rising up to the top. Take a big stretch up through the arms, through the whole body, push down through the feet. Side bend to the right. Breathing in, lift up, side bending to the left. So here, try and keep the hips still, so we're side bending through the spine and not just the hips. Inhale, lift the arm. This time, lift the left knee. Feel the presence of this. Feel where you are. Feel exactly what your body is doing. Open the knee to the side into tree. Take the foot away. As you do, instantly feel the side of your bum squeeze a little bit more. Soften the standing leg. Rotate round. Yeah. Keep focusing on the standing leg. Don't worry about the lifted one. That's where the balance is. Also return back round. Just keep thinking about grounding down through the right foot. Is it the right foot? I'm not really sure anymore. Yes, it is. Take a long step back and land into triangle. Slide the hips back, arms soften, just like a wave. Reach all the way from the side of the hip to the side of the arm to the fingertips, and then spiral the arm around. Take a big breath in. They're always big breaths, aren't they? See if you can squeeze both sides of your ribcage together. Take this circle of the arm, reach the arm over the ear, find that full height through the side. Then start to roll your chest down towards the floor a little. Feel the length travel all the way down the back. Where it will go will depend on where you are tight. Bring the arm all the way down, cycle it up towards the ceiling. Take the bottom hand off the floor. Feel invigorated. Soften the front knee, shift the weight into that front leg. Find that anchoring through the back corner of the heel, the base of the big toe, and the other two corners. But those two are your main anchors as you drop up and open. Keep pulling up away from the floor. Keep reaching the arm up high. Then we're going to turn into warrior three. So here, square the hips, rolling that back, the left hip down, draw the belly in, reach the arms back and behind, lengthening the back leg away. Then land softly to the floor into lunge, hands come down to floor. Amazing work. Step back to plank. And then lower. Inhaling into upward dog. Exhaling into downward dog. And then drop the knees to the floor. From hands and knees, step your right leg out to the side. You may need to come round to the side of your mat if you don't have much space. And then we're just going to shift the hips back from here. So you can support yourself as much as you need by making or finding soft things to go underneath your forearms or underneath the knee. Time to slow down. Walk your hands onto the diagonal. So over to the right side, over to the foot. And as you do, draw your left hip going back a bit more. Allow the head to rest gently down between the arms if that feels nice. Slowly walk your hands back round to the front. And then this time take a twist, sliding the right arm over to the left side. If you want more out of this, you can take the left arm up to the ceiling or wrap it behind your back. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then if your arm is behind your back, gently take it back up to the ceiling. Bring your hand back to the floor. Use the left hand to lift your torso up, shifting your weight forwards. Swap the legs round, so bring the right leg in, slowly the left leg out. Hips back. Take a moment to find the place that your body needs to be in. I have my foot flat to the floor, but if your body doesn't allow that, don't worry, you be in the place where your body then needs to be. So you can have the foot resting on the side. Walk your hands onto the diagonal. And then just use your hands to push into the floor softly, helping you to lengthen your spine back a bit further. Coming into the twist, so hands walk back to the front, then slide the left hand over to the right side. Feel free to place cushions underneath your head or your shoulder if you wish. If it feels like your arm is resting underneath your neck, just pull it back so it's more underneath your chest. Lifting the right arm up to the ceiling if you wish, but you don't have to, and then wrapping the arm behind the back. Take one more breath in, one more breath out, and then gently lifting the right arm back up to the ceiling and then bringing it down to the floor. To help push yourself up, unthread the arm. Oh, and then take a lay down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest, and then you're just going to draw the knees wide, create a nice big circle, bring them together, and then draw the knees back into the chest. So you're going to go wide, round, together, and in. One more in this direction. And then change direction, 3 circles that way, opening out the pelvis, creating space. And then happy baby pose, stacking the ankles just above the knees, maybe having a little rock from side to side, or adjusting the hands actually if you need to, or maybe just today it's too much effort to reach the arms up, that's all good. Just listen to your body, be present in the feeling. Bringing the legs back into the center, crossing one leg over the other, doesn't matter which. But then you're going to lift your hips up a little. So you just want the thighs to cross here, not the ankles. Shift your hips to the side of the top leg and allow the legs to fall to the side, or to the other side, into your twist. Anchoring down through the upper body. So feel free to place blocks or cushions or anything underneath, any space you have under the shoulders or under the thighs. Now be present in your body. Notice exactly what you feel physically, sensation-wise. And how you feel in this moment. Remember, don't ask too many questions of yourself. Just observe and understand. Maybe you observe other things as well over time. Like situational things, like the feeling of your fabric against your skin. And then as your muscles are relaxing deeper into the pose, then you feel the clothes moving. Take just one more breath here. And then slowly change sides. So we're rolling the legs back to the center. I'm crossing the leg, crossing the other leg over, shifting the hips to the opposite edge of the mat. Just allows us to get a better rotation through the actual top part of the torso, around your mid-back. Otherwise we feel it too much in the lower back, which is the part of the spine which we shouldn't rotate as much as we should in comparison to the rest of it. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. And then slowly return back to the center of your mat. Lengthen your legs out or keep your knees bent. Just make sure wherever you are is completely comfortable for you. And then take your breaths deeply. As all of them have been. But when we do find as much length as we can in our inhale, it makes the exhalation a lot more exciting. So be completely present in this moment. Notice everything that happens in the exhalation. All the tiny little details. Notice all of the space in your body that your breath creates. Particularly on the inhale as you feel all the space between each rib, inflating the size of the whole rib cage. Feel the space between each layer of your body. The skin, the fascia, the muscle. Imagine complete looseness inside your body. Your breath is completely freeing. You're just going to take 5 more really deep breaths. What can you experience in each of those breaths? At the end of your 5 breaths. And there is no rush at all to do this, but slowly bringing your awareness back into your body. Making gentle movements. And then slowly drawing the knees in towards the chest. And making your way back up to sitting. Yay. Amazing. I'm just going to work out how to unmute you. Oh.